Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Davinci. I hope you're doing good, you doing okay. All right, my last tutorials, my recent tutorial, I was talking about how I did color grading this video, how I did the process of this video. So right now, as I promised on part 2 of this tutorial, I want to show you to do this color grading, how I achieve this look from start to finish. But before we jump into our tutorial, I want you to subscribe my YouTube channel if you never did, because the way you subscribe my channel, the way you comment and like my videos, the way you supporting me and make me feel like, okay, there's a people watching me, there's a people supporting me, there's people that make me do a better and quality stuff, so I can give you more details and tips and more knowledge. You know, we can work on together as a family, you see. So I recommend you to do so. If you never do so, please, I'm begging you. Okay, another thing I want to talk about, I have a masterclass tutorials. I have a masterclass tutorials which I'm doing live session tutorial, or I have recorded tutorials, so it depends on your will, and it's a very cheap price. Also, when you buy my loots, when you buy my masterclass, when you be my student, you go have an accessibility to come on my WhatsApp group. I have a WhatsApp group which you will learn and discuss about color more often. Most of the time we discuss about color there. If you have any issue, anything to talk about, you can come, and yeah, we help each other as a family. So let me not talk too much, let me jump into our color grading process. Okay, this was shot on which camera like this? This was Z-Cam. Z-Cam is a camera that's unfortunately in Davinci Resolve they never come with they never give us what I can say, they never give us this color science thing, so we have to fake it, or you have to color grading without using color space. But I was like, okay, recently I was doing color grading without color space, but right now let me do color grading with the color space. But this camera, I found out it looks similar with the Sony camera, so I'll just using S-Log instead. Now you see the way it look. So here is our Rec 79. So it depends on what type of grading that we want. So if you want cinematic, I can go there and choose one of this film look, which is this one, if you want a cinematic. But to me, I was like, okay, I'm going to do cinematic but without using any cinematic looks. So yeah, I'm going to choose Rec 79A because I want a very huge space dynamic. I want very picture which has a huge space for me, because that's why it's giving me a huge room. It's the same as Gamma 2.4 but differently. Let me show you. This is Gamma 2.4, you see, but this one is the Rec 708. It's a bit of contrasted. Yeah, it's a bit of contrasted. Okay, into here what I can do is first doing our today I'm going to present you another note which I never presented before. So this is going to be my end aura, which is notice the reduction, and then I'm going to make another note, and then I'm going to make, oh sorry, what's happening, I'm going to make a period notes, which is I'm going to show you what exactly I'm going to use with them. And then I'm going to make another node which is for creating our look, and then it will be a period node as well, because I don't like layer node. I see most of people, they like using layer node and stuff to the Skintone and other stuff like that. Me, I'm going to use like this one. So I'm going to make yeah, I'm going to make another node like that. I see I can handle up right there. Okay, so it will the first node as this is going to be our HDR, which is I'm going to control my highlights and exposure just like this. And then I'm coming to another node like this one. Here I'm going to control my my curve, which is go right leisure. So it depends on my way. Sometimes I can use contrast like this. I can contrast the image to give me the vivid picture. Go to HDR and pull it down a bit, somewhere around here. It's perfectly raise up my shadow a bit. I don't want a very super. So you see before and after. Before and after it was very contrasted, and this before and after was very flat, so now it's very contrasted, and this is what I like from this kind of notes. But you don't have to copy and paste the way of using notes. Sometimes you can use your own notes. Every note is working the same, so I can control the white balance because I see the picture is too warm, so I can a little bit make a better adjustment, just like that. Okay, maybe this notes where I can play with my saturation. So before me jumping on my saturation, because we already did the color space transformation, so I have already have a color already have the saturated that I want, so I don't want to do so much saturation on it. So what I can do is, just because I wanted a muted picture, the aiming of this tutorial is muted picture. No matter how the process you are doing, you have to focus on your aiming. So the aiming of this picture is a muted picture, and this is what I told you before. I have to do this from scratch. Okay, because it's a muted picture, and muted picture often we focus on a skin tone color. We don't want any colors to be appear too much. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be my HSL curve, which is U saturation luminance, which is UVS U adjustment, you know that. So into here I'm going to select my blue and twist it until it's getting orange, because I want orange in there. And then also I'm going to select the blue and reduce saturation of it, just like this. As you can see, when I do so, the warm tone is popping, and this is what I wanted. And then I'm going also to reduce the luminance of the color. I want it to be pop. You see now before and after, and this is what the type of look that I want to achieve. So let me go to this part again. I'm going to click the blue and make it here. Okay, here is where we created our look. All right, and this is what I wanted from very long time. Okay, I think I can end up into this. So let me now go to another period note, which is this one is going to be my skin tone. This one is going to be my skin tone, and this one it will be the creating look, the way we creating look by doing a bit of separation like this. You see, like this, but not too much. You give that warming bulb just like this. You see. No, I don't want to play with this. It's too much to have a bit of separation between the background, even though it's muted, but you can see the separation. And this is our skin tone. So we're going to qualify the skin tone like this. You see the skin tone qualification is be very nice qualification skin tone. And then we're going to denoise. Okay, there is a questions most of people used to ask. Why when I do qualifications, why more often when I do qualification, most of the times I found out I also qualify the background. Okay, let me tell you this. If your background that share a same range of a color, it's easy for it to be selected. And if your background has no depth, like the background is too bright, like the same as the subject, there is no contrast depth, your picture always going to look the same. So to be aware with it, it has to fix from sets. But if the set was like that, the aiming of a set was like that, you have to mask your picture. As you can see into this spot, when I select her, it's also selected this area, and also select this area because this area it is same. It look at the same range with the color range of this part, this wall. It look the same with the skin tone. That's why it's been qualified. So to fix that, you have to mask your subject. How they mask your subject, you have to fill the way that it's been selected. Like to me, I'm going to call this place, this place, this place, this place, this place, this place. Not too much, because we don't want to ruin thing. This place and this place, like this, you see. Okay, let me go here, and then I'm going to invert, so which means that selected part is not going to be selected except the woman that are there, you see. Okay, and this is what we do. And if the picture has a movement, you can do masking. You can mask the picture, and it's going to help you. So let me play with my skin tone. To play with my skin tone, first thing, I'm going to reduce my saturation until I feel it in the right position, like somewhere around there. And then also I'm going to, because the picture, the skin is a bit yellowish, so I'm going to push it until the orange, until the chocolate, a bit somewhere around there. And then I'm also going to reduce the saturation. So now I have a very chocolate skin tone, you see. So this is before and after. Before, the skin tone was so much yellowish into that. I don't want this very, very, very pure or very chocolate, but I have to somewhere around there is good. Okay, another thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to use HSV saturation. HSV saturation, you guys know about it. HSV saturation, which is, I'm going to pop out my image a bit, but before I do HS saturation, I have to come here and do another period, which is I want to vignette this woman. I want to vignette this woman, only this woman's to pop. I don't want the backgrounds to be pop, so I'm going to vignette only this woman, just like this. You see? And this is what I like for me. Okay, I'm going here. All right, I already did it. And then I'm going to do the same thing that we often do, to pop up our picture a bit somewhere around here. You see now our picture looking very beautiful. You see everything is perfect. So I can come here, make another note outside of a color space, something like maybe this note if necessary. So the first note that I'm going to do is, I want a very warm tone, so I'm going to pull out this part thing a little bit, like somewhere around here, because I want a very warm tone. So I'm going to reduce the intensity, and also I'm going to make another note, which is I'm going to select my skin and bring it to the skin that I often like to, the chocolate skin. This is my better skin, and do that technique that I showed you before. Reduce the saturation, come here for separate the skin tone, to have a very separated skin tone, like this one. Not too much, you see before, you see after. We have a very, very nice skin tone like this, and this is very different skin tone, but you can end up right there to the skin, like the skin that you saw there. But to me, I feel like this is type of skin that I want, a chocolate skin. But if you want brownish skin, you can push it down a bit somewhere around here. Okay, another note which is I'm going to do is hallucinations. Most of the time when I do cinematic thing, I love to do a variation. Today I'm showing you all over the techniques that I'm doing for my all videos that I'm doing, and this type of color grading tutorial you will never ever going to see it for anybody. Trust me, you're not gonna see it to anybody. And if they show you like this, you are very lucky. Trust me, I'm giving you something that nobody can show you. You see the color that we achieved there is not different than the color that I have got from different. You see all this thing has a same look of color because I know what I have to do no matter the way that I'm using. And guys, I'm telling you, sometimes people are confusing about the way. Why today you are no trees like this? Why another day you have another no trees? No tree is not the grading. The grading is where you do your process. The no tree is where you arrange your grading, your workflow. You see, it's easy for you to understand which is this, which is this have to do this. But that is not the grading. The grading is about what you are doing. No matter what kind of program that I'm going to use, a node tree that I'm going to use, no matter what the tool that I'm going to use, I'm telling you, the color grading look that I want it to form my hair is going to be right there no matter which way that I'm using. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. Don't be confused with Director Kim's style of color grading, the trees, the way you guys understanding the point here. So you have to focus on the way of what you want from your head. Every color, you see, I'm telling you, you can learn color grading from Director Team even in 10 years, but you're not gonna be a good colorist if you not think about the color that you want to have. You can follow my steps, you can follow my way, you can follow, because Director Kim, he just used this thing and raise it up so you can have a same result. No, it doesn't work like that, because we have very different footage, we have very different color science, we have very different locations, the setting of a light, so you can't get these feelings by using this way that I'm telling you. What you have to get is the knowledge, and you can't get the knowledge by watching all the tutorial on YouTube. Masterclass is everything to you. I'm telling you, I give you the code, I give you the secret code that you can never get anyway. So the last thing that I'm going to use is Cosmo from Magic Bullet. This one is for me to get a smoothness of a skin tone, the smoothness of a skin tone. So I'm going to smooth my skin tone like this, sharpen it to bring back the detail, and this part is to bring back the color that we wanted, like this one. Okay, and last is our noise reduction to smooth this picture. You understand my point? What I told you, you have to get a knowledge, not to copy and paste what I did, and you have to do it, because everything that I'm doing for purpose. You see now the grade, the way it look, it's very beautiful. This is before. You see, before it was like this, and this is after. Color grading is like this. It's very huge changes. So let me start from scratch. Let me have a bit of a review on what exactly I did. Okay, the first thing that I did is I did a color space transformation, and I did a Sony S-Log3, because this is not a Sony S-Log3, this is the Z-Cam, but I found out this color science is the same as Sony, that's why I use this. And then another thing that I use is HDR to balance the exposure, and then I did a ratio to do a contrast, and then what I did is white balance to balance the picture, to balance the color, and then I did the HSL to do my look, the look that I want to achieve. And then this node, I never do it And another note which is a bit creating separation. You see now when I switch it off, you see when I switch it off, the picture look flat, it look too warm. So when I do this, it's bit give it a difference. If you focus on here the background, you see a bit of a contrast. And then another note which is my skin tone, muted the skin tone. And then another note is getting a vignette feelings. And then I did a HSV to pop out the image again with the saturation. And this is my moody look, which is giving that warm tone. And this is the skin tone that I prefer to. And this is aeration, and this is the sharpen, and this is Cosmo to smooth the skin tone. And here we are final with noise reductions. Thanks very much for watching this video. This is D.O.P. I hope you enjoy. I hope you got something. Is something common ahead. I'm telling you again, the color grading is from your mind. Even though you get a knowledge, and this is different, and this is what makes difference. You can know Davinci Resolve, you can know the tools, you can know twist and tweak and this, you can know to make a range deep note tweak, you can know everything, but to create a look is from your mind. So if you don't have any look to your mind, I recommend you to use references. Go to the big directors, go to the big correlates, watch their videos, watch their image, and copy that image, apply that image to your footage. You have to find a way to achieve that, because we use different ways. So you have to create, you have to challenge your mind. How can I get these feelings? Okay, the blue is a bit cyan. Okay, let me twist my blue to be cyan. Okay, the skin tone is bit desaturated, it's bit muted, it's very high key, and so you have to copy and that. So as long as you do it so much, you do it more often, you even one image, you know, like this image, I can achieve any type of looks. So I can copy this, then copy this, then copy this. End of years, end of days, you go find you have a very different looks to your mind. So when you come into the grade, it will be easier for you. It will be easier for you. Thanks for watching. This is D.O.P. See you on next video.